This is the real deal. I keep saying it's gone from significant to serious.
The maximum sustained winds for this storm up to 65 miles per hour, gusting to 75. So that's gusting to hurricane force.
1 to 3 foot of storm rise, inundation, but the winds will increase.
Hurricanes, a force not to be reckoned with. In the wake of the storm, what do you do and where do you go?
Living in the beautiful coastal bend of Texas, Mother Nature's wrath could change your life in an instant.
It's critical to make a plan and be prepared to survive whatever threat may come at us this hurricane season. Are you ready?
It's a time to look back.
Those days where I would question it and be like, is this even worth it?
On our struggles and success.
It's time to celebrate everything we're made of.
You forget where you're coming from, then you don't know where you're going.
This is a special edition of KRIS 6 News, celebrating Hispanic heritage.
Hello and thank you for joining us on this special edition of KRIS 6 News. I'm Clara Benitez. And I'm Illi-Anna Martinez.
Addressing staffing shortages, arming teachers, and clear backpacks for students.
Tonight, we take a look at the changes and potential new policies coming to our area schools and what parents at home need to know. Your News at 5 starts now.
This is KRIS 6 News at 5.
Stuck under a trench that collapsed. The trench is going to be 10 feet deep inside of a manhole. I'll go ahead and start rescue.
Now at 5, an investigation is underway following this deadly trench collapse near Buck Stadium. You are looking at drone video of the scene. The trench was several feet deep, as you heard, when it collapsed. Thanks everyone for joining us tonight. I'm Katy Uriarte. We do have continuing coverage on that deadly trench accident near Buccaneer Stadium. For bringing us the very latest on this developing story. We do start things off right now with our Patrick Johnston, who is live at the scene. And Patrick, we continue our team coverage right now with Jeff, who has more on this story. And Jeff, it's my understanding that you have been trying to get in contact with OSHA, right?
Yes, you're right. Good evening, Katya. That is exactly right.
This is KRIS 6 News at 5.
Now at 5, another long day for fire crews as the Borrega fire continues to burn.
We do have team coverage for you tonight, bringing you the latest on where that fire is right now and how it's impacting you at home. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I'm Pat Simon.
And I'm Katy Uriarte. We do begin tonight with breaking coverage of 3 large wildfires that could affect folks here in the coastal bend.
Yeah, the Los Angeles fire is burning in LaSalle County, just west of Freer. At last check, it's 30% contained and has burned 3,500 acres so far.
In Brooks County, the Vib fire has burned more than 9,400 acres and is 85% contained. And the largest of the 3 is the Borrega fire, which is in Clayburgh County. It was breaking news that we told you about yesterday. That fire today is only at 20% contained, and it has already scorched 46,000 acres.
Just amazing right there. We lead things off right now with our Taylor Alanis. She's joining us live from Clayburgh County with the latest on the Borrega fire. Taylor, what do we know so far?
With Governor Abbott about doing a disaster declaration for this area. We will continue our coverage for now live southwest of Kingsville. Taylor Alanis, KRIS 6 News.
So much going on there. Thanks, Taylor. Listen, there are several areas in the coastal bend that are now on standby, anxious of what could happen.
Yeah, so officials have urged those of you who live in those coastal bend areas that you see right here, they're asking you to have a bag ready to go just in case you need to evacuate. They include, of course, Falfurrias, Fremont, Rivera, and Ricardo.
And our Iran Hammy actually joins us live right now from Fremont. Iran, you've spoken to people today. What are they telling you? Are they anxious, worried? Are they getting ready?
Reporting live in Fremont, Iran Hammy. Back to you guys in the studio.
Ron, thank you. Incredible, right, that they are more concerned about the firefighters. You got to love that community. And listen, the Borrega fire, it first ignited just before 5 o'clock yesterday, right around this time, 24 hours ago. It's been burning quickly. And so let's ask Chief Meteorologist Dale Nelson, when it comes to the wind, that's something you've been keeping an eye on, Dale.
That's right, and it's been shifting around.
Stories that matter to you, affecting your neighborhood. Thanks for joining us. I'm Andy Lascano. The coastal bend is under a freeze warning again tonight and tomorrow. We have reporters across the coastal bend. Victoria Balderrama is in Aransas County. Michaela Chavez is in Kingsville. Aaron Holly is on the island. And Iran Hammy is on Corpus Christi's south side, where an overnight shelter has opened. We'll get to those stories and more in just a minute, but first, let's check in with meteorologist Bill Alexander to tell us what it's going to be like later tonight and early tomorrow morning.
Now, your KRIS 6 weather forecast.
Well, Andy, the word is windy and another word is cold.
This is a breaking news report from KRIS 6 News.
Hello, I'm Paulo Salazar. We have some breaking news to report at this hour. We're receiving reports of a major pipeline explosion at Epic Products. Now, you're seeing live video of firefighters and several agencies on the scene at this hour. Rocha, just moments ago, what did he have to say about this ongoing investigation?
Anyway, I know we have our reporters out in the field as well.
We do. We have multiple reporters in the field, and I know we have Andy Lascano live. He is available to give us the very latest that's been going on at the scene. Can we go to him now?
Yeah, Andy, where are you and what can you tell us?
Well, right now we're outside the emergency room here at Bay Area Hospital. Because
we want to emphasize right now we are throwing numbers and people who have been transmitted. And here's what we can tell you right now. And again, we want to make sure we are 100% accurate with this information. Andy mentioned some numbers. We even talked about some.
From KRIS 6 News, this is your Hurricane Hannah update, brought to you by the law offices of Herman & Herman.
Welcome back to our continuing coverage of Hurricane Hannah. We had a power hit in our studio about 10 to 12 minutes ago. We are now back on the air live to give you the most update coverage as of the status of this hurricane, where it stands right now. So let's get right to our chief meteorologist, Dale Nelson, who is standing by live. Dale?
No, that's right. It's going to miss us to the south.
Out there, but we know she's dealing with, as we mentioned before, wind and water. Chelsea?
Hey there, Drew. Yeah, I'm over here at Whitecap Boulevard, right here at the end of the beach. And now, Drew, I'm going to go ahead and send it back to you.
Okay, Chelsea, thank you so much. And we want to take you, Adele had mentioned before, it looks like this Hurricane Hannah will be. Let's check in now with our Roland Rodriguez, who was over at North Beach. They don't have to deal with so much of a surge. It's the flooding that is always an issue in North Beach. So let's get the very latest from Roland. Roland, good morning.
Good morning, Drew. It's been a pretty interesting morning. You know, no rain.
From KRIS 6 News, this is your tropical update, brought to you by the law offices of Herman & Herman.
And thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Katy Uriarte. We begin with team coverage on Laura. Our KRIS 6 News team is standing by to show us the effects that Laura is having on our area. But we begin right now with Chief Meteorologist Dale Nelson, who has the very latest on where Laura is right now. Dale?
That's right. The impact.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Paul Mueller tonight. The water crisis not over yet in several parts of the coastal bend. That includes here in Corpus Christi, and that's why the city is now stepping up, offering help. The city is setting up several water distribution centers throughout the city, passing out water until 7 tonight. Katia Uriarte live from one of those distribution sites right now. And Katia, how is it looking out there right now?
Well, it's looking great right now, Paul. Let me show you. Actually, the line is actually moving. So grateful for this. And our Drew Spire is at another location because there are 5 of these throughout town. And Drew, how's it looking over there?
Okay, well, here at the Hilltop Community Center, it has been a busy day since 3 o'clock. Non-stop cars.
People just desperate to restock on food. This is many grocery stores in our area still with empty shelves. And that's why folks lining up as early as 5 this morning telling us they were just grateful to get something to eat. What is the weather shaping up to be like this weekend? Let's bring in the man in charge here, Chief Meteorologist Dale Nelson. Please, Dale, tell us we can expect some warmer temperatures.
That's right. Well, today we made it into the 50s. So our weather is definitely on the upside and upswing. Right now, Katia Uriarte is out at Bill Witt Park. She looks pretty cold in spite of the sunshine and light winds. Katia, hello.
Yeah, well, you know, Dale, I get cold super easily. But yes, the sunshine is wonderful.
Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Pat Simon. We lead things off tonight with team coverage on the investigation into 361 grants. We have team coverage for you tonight with Iran Hammy and our newest investigative reporter, Brian Hoffman. First to Iran, live from that establishment. Iran, someone claiming to be a victim. Our team coverage continues now with our new investigative reporter, Brian Hoffman. Brian, is the Corpus Christi Police Department currently investigating 361?
Yeah, Pat, yes and no at the same time, at least.
All right, so if you feel like you have been a victim of a scam by 361 Grants or any other entity out there, you can report that to the
Good afternoon, everyone. We begin with breaking news at this hour. The city of Corpus Christi has issued a water boil notice for the entire city except for the island. City leaders held a press conference earlier this morning, and joining us now to tell us more about what was discussed is our Greg Chandler.
Well, Paulo, the reason for the water boil notice is that because there is a water main break somewhere inside city limits.
We continue to follow breaking news at this hour.
One person is in custody following a shooting at La Palmera Mall. There we have police presence. We also have Iran Hammy there.
Yes, Iran again live for us. Iran, you actually have someone who saw that shooting all go down, right?